I think punk music channels aggression that we all have and that we all need to channel somewhere. I feel like all music has potential to channel aggression.
Like fast music is a positive way to channel aggression. You can strum your guitar really hard and fast.
Everything. It's very physical and like anger driven in a way, and everyone just wants to get out energy.
It's like angst, it's pure angst, so of course it's going to be aggressive, but I feel like it is positive because for the kids that are angry and upset, they get it out through moshing or just through being in that energy.
It's definitely aggression based. It's fast music, it's loud music, but that's kind of why people go, because they can get out a lot of the anger and aggression that they might put towards someone else or something else or even themselves, to take it out in a healthy way.
I've witnessed definitely like dudes trying to come on to girls like really hard, and like I could verbally like hear the altercation.
Oh my god, I've witnessed so much, and definitely an unhealthy amount of sexual harassment at shows. Definitely more than I would like to admit. Less than I would at like high school, but more than there should be ever anywhere.
Seeing like girls just minding their business and like bigger guys just kind of taking that opportunity and being able to grab someone or even hurt someone, and then since it's so crazy in the moment, they can just like leave and get away with it.
I remember there was this like video going around where one of the members of Caterwaul was like sexually assaulted on stage, and someone like forced their tongue down her throat without consent and just ran off.
I see it all the time, and you hear about it a lot. I've had friends who were just standing there nowhere near the pit, and some guy just came up and grabbed their ass.
I've been groped while crowd surfing before, and that made me like really uncomfortable.
It's things where people will come up to me, like almost like they're having a good time and they're drunk, and will just like try to like kiss me without me like consenting to it, or like touch me or something, like after a show, like after I've performed.
You know, I've had guys get on top of me when they didn't need to, or you know, unwanted touching or flirting that's just like persistent.
You're in these dark settings with a lot of people and you're crammed together, and if someone touches you from behind, how are you going to know who it is? So I think a lot of times it can kind of make it seem like it's okay for that kind of behavior to take place.
There's, I think, less accountability for this kind of stuff, because in a mosh pit you're so close to people that people often take that as an invitation to openly just grope people and touch people without their consent, because they think it's just part of the like mosh environment.
The blur within like dancing and moshing, a lot of people take advantage of that moment and tend to grab on you or other people. Going into a mosh pit and then just like letting loose is because everyone is doing it, so it just grows and grows, and it can be like the entire crowd just letting loose. So it definitely feeds into like certain things being more okay.
I'd say like mob mentality at shows is generally good, except when it's not good.
I've had people assume that because they're in the pit with me, they can touch me, they can put their arms on me, they can put their hands on my hips or on my butt, like, and I've had people think that that's kind of okay because of the space they're in.
We've played at a place before called Casa Zimbabwe, where they have a policy that everybody that walks into the building has to go through a briefing on consent.
For the most part, if someone is harassed by someone, or multiple people are harassed by one person, that one person will be outed and banned if possible. I'd like to think that we do that together.
I've only seen a few times where maybe someone has a somewhat of an online presence and they're known to be creepy and weird, that venues start passing around the person the information of people and to make it to ban them.
There's just kind of an unwritten rule that like if you're a bad person that does bad things, you're not welcome.
I think that the venues and the owners should be a little bit more upfront with just like the rules that you're kind of adhering to when you walk in the door to a venue.
More people could come together. People need to just not defend their friends when it's their friends, and people need to drop loyalties and just like stand up for what's right.
I think security can be really helpful to have someone there to enforce, if he sees someone touching a girl in a way that's not okay, or touching anyone in a way that can be considered too far and the person's clearly uncomfortable.
Before, women were just being like, tossed around and shit at shows and not cared about. But finally when these like other bands stepped up and were like, oh no, like girls to the front. It's okay for girls to be just as like aggressive and like speak their minds and be able to flaunt their sexualities in the same way that guys do, and that same kind of industry of rock and roll that's mostly like dominated by the macho man.
Riot Grrrls really provided like a safe space for women in saying that we're here, we have a right to be here, we have a right to make music, to go to shows, to be in the pit and not feel like we're going to be sexually assaulted. And it's kind of just opened up a unity between women to protect each other and to say we're not going to put up with this bullshit.
You can just be a shithead. Can I say that?
Chico, have you ever
slapped his ass? Did you get consent?
Okay. Oh my god! I was recording.
You were recording?
Yeah. Have you ever been a victim? Oh my god.
Will it hot?
Yes. I'm trying to go get my chicken now.